Hey, this is Chili Davis, and I'm golfing for SabesWings.
Welcome back to another episode of the Jim on Base Show. I'm here at Paso Robles with the great Chili Davis. And Chili, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Well, Jim, I don't know if I'm so great anymore, but it's good to be here.
And I am curious, how do you know Bret or the Saberhagens?
Well, you know, Bret and I played against each other. We've never played together. But I don't know when the friendship started, but we've always somehow been friends, even when he was playing against us. We got together. I don't know. I was an ex-catcher, you know, so a lot of my good friends are pitchers. Okay. You know, so he, David Cohn, Chuck Finley, all those guys, you know, so. No, we've been good friends for a long time, man. And, you know, I tell you what, he's a great guy. We've done some fun things together. When he started this charity here and told me about it, we happened to be in Napa for the summer. And I said, hey, man, Paso Robles, 4 hours away, jumped in my car, came down, and we've been coming ever since. I think this is our fourth or fifth year. We've came to the first year, so we've been coming every year.
Well, I got to say, it's probably better to see him here than from the batter's box, right?
I didn't mind. No, it is. It is. You know, I tell people, you know, I tell a lot of guys today, a lot of young players, you know, I know there's a lot of guys throwing 100+ miles an hour. But in my days, he was one of the guys that I felt threw that hard. And, you know, the radar guns are different now. Everything is on track, man, is highly calibrated. So, yes, you know, I'm not saying guys aren't throwing that hard. They are. But I think if he was pitching in today's game, he would be one of those guys that threw 100+ miles an hour. The difference would be, though, he knew how to pitch. He could throw a strike when he needed to throw a strike. He could throw his fastball where he wanted to throw his fastball. Back then, you didn't have spin rate and all that stuff going on. Is, hey, can you hit the outside corner when you need to? And he could do that.
Well, I do got to ask you, since I'm from the Bay Area, I grew up a Giants fan. You played for the Hum Baby, and the great Roger Craig, he passed away about a year or so ago. So do you have any special memories of the great Roger Craig?
A lot of them,
Loaded question.
Well, I'll tell you one. But I'll tell you what I loved about Roger Craig was that he was a ballsy manager. You know, he did things back. He came over, I think, in '86 to the Giants, and he did things that was not traditional. I mean, you know, when you had runners at first and second, no outs, most managers would bunt their pitchers. He would throw a hit and run on, and it would work. You know, he would do really unconventional stuff, and it made our team a lot more interesting when he came over. For me, I think I got a couple memories with Roger, but the main one was we were playing the Mets, and Doc Gooden was supposed to pitch. And my lifetime batting average off Doc Gooden is about 480, and I wasn't in the lineup. And I walked in, I looked at the lineup, and I'm like, wow, you know, I can't even make Doc Gooden's lineup. And Roger came over to me, and he goes, come on in here, I got to explain why you're not in the lineup. So I wanted to hear that explanation, you know. So he says, well, you know, right now, if I didn't play Jeff Leonard, he would be in my office screaming at me. Wrong. Jeff Leonard didn't want to face Doc Gooden. He's probably hitting 080 off him, you know, but he didn't know that.
The hack man.
Yeah, the hack man. And he says, you know, Mike Aldredi's swinging the bat so good, you know, I got to have him in the lineup, and Candy Maldonado is my best outfielder. So I'm sitting there. He goes, you made me lose a lot of sleep last night. I said, well, I hope it wasn't for naught, Roger, because I'm hitting about 480 off that guy. He goes, I know that, but, you know, you were the odd man out. Well, we ended up losing that ball game, and he called me up to pinch hit, and I'm like, oh, so I can pinch hit, but I can't start, huh? Anyway.
Well, rest in peace, the great Roger Craig.
Rest in peace, my man. Yeah, he was a good man.
And I got one last one for you. Whenever I have people on that have World Series rings, Super Bowl titles, I'm always curious. You have 3. So where do you keep yours? Are they on lockdown, or how do you handle the World Series rings?
I have no idea where they are. I think they're in a safe somewhere at home. I know where the trophies are because they're sitting in my office. They're just staring at me every day. But the rings, I have no idea where they are right now. Yeah. Never wear them. Yeah.
Well, Chili, it's good to see you. You're supporting a great cause with SabesWings, and thanks for coming on.
It is a great cause, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.